I see you're just like me, getting inspiration on your next travel destination on YouTube? Well, look no further. Let's get right into our top 10 picks for your travel destinations in 2022. Number 10. South Africa. Scenery, wildlife and wines. Do a safari in Kruger National Park and remember to bring a big lens so you can capture the big five the morally right way. Both the Atlantic and the Indian Ocean offer great spots for surfing. And with Jeffreys Bay near Port Elizabeth, you are not short of options to choose from. While most people associate African countries with hot plains filled with savanna animals, South Africa actually has a large population of penguins that you can check out near Cape Town. If you visit between June and November, South Africa could be the best place to go whale watching. Number 9. Spain, the Balearic Islands. Mallorca is the most famous one and offers mountainous terrain, idyllic beaches and long party miles with gallons of beer. If you like to sightsee hard and party even harder, then Barcelona will be the place for you. Valencia is such a gorgeous city that it was even chosen as the futuristic utopian city in Tomorrowland with George Clooney.
Where the best and the brightest people in the world came together.
Just don't run with the bulls in Pamplona. Number 8. Switzerland. The warm-hearted people, the picturesque landscapes of the Alps, and the incredible cuisine make Switzerland one of my favorite countries of all time. If Switzerland wasn't so damn expensive, it would have been much higher on my list. Number 7. Croatia. For Europeans, Croatia and Greece is the closest we have to the Caribbeans. With Greece being overrun by tourists during the pandemic and Croatia not quite as much, for 2022 my recommendation would be Croatia. They have awesome landscapes and hilly regions, and the rocky beaches make for very clear blue water, which is perfect for snorkeling beginners. Just make sure you wear appropriate footwear when you go into the water, because there's sea urchins everywhere. Number 6. Ireland. Thanks to the pandemic, hiking is now more popular than ever. And Ireland has you covered. From easy routes like the Ballycotton Cliff Walk in Cork, to harder ones like hiking up the highest mountain, Coronto Hill, you will always find something at your level that fills your heart's desire. Number 5. France. If you've watched my list of overrated locations, then you know I'm not the biggest fan of the tourist trap they call Paris. But everything else in France is so scenic and amazing. The coastline alone is truly a work of art. The construction alone of the houses in French villages are so incredibly adorable. And don't even get me started on the mouth-watering cuisine the French are rightfully famous for. Number 4. Canada. If you haven't noticed by now, I personally prefer beautiful scenery over interesting cities. I find that once you visit 2 or 3 cities in a country, they all seem to somewhat blend together. But with nature and scenery, you can have multiple awe-inspiring moments on one trip alone. And we simply cannot talk about awe-inspiring locations without mentioning Canada. From the crystal blue lake in Banff National Park over the famous Cypress Hills all the way to the Niagara Falls, Canada has everything nature-loving travelers want to see in a country. Before we move to our top 3, please remember to like or dislike this video to give me some feedback, and consider subscribing to get more interesting videos. Also, please let me know down in the comments below what's the best location that you have ever been to. Number 3. South Korea. Both Japan and South Korea, being neighbors, share a similar culture and are a dream destination for many people. With Japan being so restrictive during the pandemic when it comes to tourism, it did not make my list for the top 10 countries to visit in 2022. South Korea, however, did. The best time to visit South Korea is in the springtime, when the weather is comfortable and the cherry blossoms are blooming. While the summer is quite hot in South Korea, the fall again has comfortable temperatures and a beautiful scenery. Don't miss out on visiting large cities like Seoul, where you should absolutely check out the kind of street food that you can only find in Southeast Asia. Number 2. Italy. I love to eat. And almost no cuisine is so universally agreed upon that it's top of its class than the Italian cuisine. While you will enjoy the beautiful beaches, the sunny weather and the busy cities, you will be sad that there's only 3 meals a day where you can eat Italian food. And with its rich history, especially during the time of the Roman Empire, there's no shortage of epic buildings and art galleries of the most famous artists in world history. Number 1. Thailand. Finally, we have reached the number 1 spot of the top 10 countries to visit in 2022. Thailand offers incredible landscapes, beautiful beaches, and a cuisine that is to die for. Try street food that rivals any other, visit the floating markets and check out all the temples you can find. Dare each other to eat the most exotic food like scorpions or the durian fruit, or to go diving in Koh Tao. Visit and help out in the Elephant Nature Park, an elephant sanctuary in Chiang Mai. Here you can see and interact with elephants the right way. A quick serious side note, if you choose to go to a different elephant park, please make sure to do your research beforehand, because many of these elephants are being heavily mistreated, and if your location offers you to ride one, you know they are. Back to the topic. When visiting Thailand, please make sure your stomach is ready for all the spicy food you will find on every street corner. If you want to prepare yourself for this journey, you can check out my recipe for lazy Thai curry with minimal effort and minimal ingredients. You can also check out this list of overrated destinations and find out why Paris doesn't hold up. Bellycotton Cliff Walk in Cork. Bellycotton Cliff Walk in Cork. Say that 10 times fast.